Hey Taurus, how's it going? Welcome back to the space. Welcome back to Noel's Tarot. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. And if you haven't been here, it's good to see you. Very good to see you. Hope you stay. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the beautiful things. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all doing good. I felt the need to ask because I was like, just because I felt the need to ask. I don't know. Strangely enough, I love Taurus energy, so I just felt real goofy when I got in here, and that's a key Taurus trait is the goofiness, and I live for it. So I don't know. Thank you for the energy. It's nice. Where's my incense? I can't find incense. So before we get into this, make sure I don't forget anything. If you want any personal readings done for me, got some information down below. I'm trying to make sure. I don't want to, because I'm still putting sort of the information together, so I'm not sure. The information will be below, so trust that over this right now. Either ways, but I'm pretty sure, just to mention, I'm pretty sure they are free right now. At least the first one for anyone. They're definitely free. The personal reading. So just check out the info below, and yeah. Other than that, I'm going to be doing, sorry to take so long to get into this, I'm going to be doing a, we're going to look at your transformation. It's really interesting because Taurus is opposite Scorpio, which is the house of transformation, so this might be just an interesting read. I'm going to be looking at you in the past, what did I do? You in the past, your transformation, you in the present, and then the future, and then get some advice. I'm going to pull one from the Prism Oracle. Can I do it in here? I haven't done it in a long time. Whatever. One from the Prism Oracle. 10 of Cups. One from the Hermetic Tarot. And then clarify and advice with the Reverie Lenormand. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Okay. Seriously, hope you guys are doing pretty good today. Feels Venus-y with that love, with Taurus too. Okay. What do we have for Taurus? For their transformation. Looking at Taurus and their transformation. I forgot to mention, so sorry, but I'm bringing up the transformation because if you've seen the Aries reading or any other reading, I just had a bit of there's been a huge death process and like rebirth process going on within these readings. So I just want to see what the transformation is, get you some insight, so that you maybe can push that transformation a bit forward if you have the awareness of what's going on. So let's see. Okay, so are you in the past? Taurus. I mean, we got the vibe going on right now. Of course, I got the shorts on, bro. I ain't playing. That's my favorite color. Abundance. In the past, okay. I see those coins there. I like those. I like that. Let's see if I can. Okay, that one almost. I guess we're taking it. This is you in the present. Ideation. Maybe working on creating something. Let's see what your transformation is. I have these sticking out, but I'm looking for one. So I have 4. Okay, your transformation. Oh, I knew it. I didn't. Okay, I didn't know it. I just saw a bunch of. Where's cleanse? I saw a bunch of purple cards, and I was like, "Is that it? Is that it?" But I was feeling this card before, anyways. I'm looking at a purple pen right now. Either ways, the transformation is magic. What are you guys? You guys knew how. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Probably my favorite. It's so pretty. So far, I see maybe your transformation just has to deal with maybe your vision and how you saw maybe some sort of frustration. So possibly a solution, maybe a really frustrating time. Could have to do with finances or just like your resources. Like it could be anything, time, anything you spend, time, energy. Let's see, what do we have in the future? We've got 2, but the first one I saw, you got a bit of disruption. I see the future, but that wasn't the first one that came out. First one that came out was trust. I like that. Trust in the future. And with the transformation in this order with purple going to blue, automatically that's like color scheme, that's purple to blue, so it's like a step back. So maybe taking a step back. Let's see what we have. And that was the purple card. I kept saying creativity. That's why I was like, oh, I knew it. I felt like magic coming out. So maybe a creative solution out of what you're going through. Let's get some clarity with the Hermetic Tarot real quick. Or clarity, the other one card. For Taurus. Some choices you're making. For Taurus. We have with the abundance. Page of Pentacles. New opportunity possibly in the past. What do we have with ideation? The Queen of Pentacles. So some sort of a growth in the present. Ideation in the present. So growth, a solution. Maybe the solution is self-care, but then also the solution has to do with your immediate environment. What do we have with and I'll go into this a bit in a second. What do we have with magic and your transformation? What's so transformative about the magic? Again. If you guys saw the Aries reading, there was an energy, there was a vibe. And it's interesting because I didn't know about doing this set, because I'm sort of just coming up with these these readings on my own, in a sense. So I don't know really what's going on, but I'm hoping that it flows with the storyline of whatever's going on. But death. Again, with this whole death and rebirth, it feels heavy. Not heavy, it feels monumental, yeah. But it's this is a major time for something that's happening. So magic and death, Scorpio, in your transformation. Why do they give me the transformation card for the transformation? Although I'm so eternally grateful for it, of course, but magic and death. We're gonna get into that, but it feels like maybe a transformation. Maybe it's a transformation. Wow, they really got me. With Scorpio, it could be about, again, your vision. So maybe cleaning out your vision, how you saw yourself. We're gonna have to get into that one. May I get one more? The Seven of Swords. So this could definitely be. We'll get into that. It could be either way, someone who's deceiving you or you deceiving yourself with your own vision. How you see yourself and how you display yourself back to yourself. That'll really... What did I write? I wrote something about that where it was like... most of my reactions and responses sometimes come from just how I'm seeing myself in the current. So if I'm not happy with myself, how I'll see myself is probably in a negative sense. And no one else is probably seeing that but me. But that's just because of how, I see myself. So there might be a transformation within that. No longer deceiving yourself. No longer deceiving other people as well. It's a huge transformation for some reason. Let's see, what do we have with trust in the future? I'm feeling this. What is it? The Nine of Pentacles. I like that. Maybe you have to trust. And this is Venus right here too, with that Taurus. So on a Nine of Pentacles, there's Venus and there's Virgo. That's organization, that's values. So it's trusting in yourself to make sure that you have your values in line, your values in order, because your values really represent who you are and give your sovereignty. It makes you free when you know what you really care about. So it's you don't really care about shit that's not for you, but also you really exercise the value in the shit that you do have and what makes you, makes you you. And I think there's a level of trust too. Could be receiving an inheritance, because I see trust, so I think money, like a trust fund, and then I see the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, babe, now that one's coming through strong now. With the end of that abundance in the past, yeah. If this is not an inheritance in just finances and money, it's an inheritance in knowledge, inheritance in wealth. Again, value. What do you value? What is it that you really want to inherit? What is it that sets you free? Is it money? Is it love? Is it I was gonna say like substances, like you have to, but like, you know, I'm not judging or deciding for anyone. It's just you deciding for yourself. I'll make it move past that. Move past that because we gotta get some clarification, some star energy, some healing. Seven of Swords and star is both Aquarius. So I feel like history, maybe the history of how you built yourself up. Aquarius, I feel like that's a sign of man and unconventional. So maybe this is an unconventional way. I see magic there too. It's an unconventional way of solving a problem. Looking at these real quick. Abundance, Page of Pentacles in your past. So again, like an opportunity. That's a page. I see the 9. Maybe you were, or in the future, you're going to, like this 9 is here. You may have this one. Maybe you have a vision of abundance. The Page of Pentacles in the abundance also feels like maybe you received an abundance of something again, like time, knowledge, resources, whatever it is that you, it could be anything, but you received it, and it's like it's a great deal of abundance. And now with the page, it feels like, because the page just feels like messengers sometimes, so it's like you're having to take maybe one of these coins, or maybe take whatever it is that's valuable to you, and you're spreading that, or you have spread that, you've moved with it, taken the message somewhere. Taking the message, the inheritance, and the spread it. Your Pentacles and ideation. Here's your solution in the present. Taking care of yourself. Because getting to know yourself and taking care of yourself is how you find those values. How you find the thing that you really want to spread, what you want to move. We have the transformation here. So I believe in the past, there's been a self-care issue for sure. There might have been a value issue where it's like, what is the opportunity that I run with? What is it that because you probably inherit quite a bit, you know, you attract in quite a bit, but what is it that you want to run with? What is it that you want to move with? What is it that you want to speak or spread? Do you want to spread? I don't have options on that. I think it's just like, just make sure that it's valuable to you, you know? It should be valuable to yourself, and through self-care you should sort of learn that, and I definitely think you do, because there's a solution, there's a creative solution. I think with the Queen of Pentacles, she's definitely the most, like, creative of these sets of court cards. So I think it's definitely a creative solution you're using to work through. My creative solution with these fucking flies is fly traps. It's not creative, but it's a solution. Your transformation, you have magic with 7 Swords and Death. So again, people could be lying to you. You could, but I mostly feel like, because, and it's not always, but like if people are lying to you, sometimes it's definitely a direct reflection of maybe you lying to yourself, and it's not to do it to hurt you. Sometimes it does it to show you, to really give you that perspective that, hey, maybe I'm dealing with this on the outside because I'm dealing with it on the inside. You realize, like, when you get like a cut on your body, and it's like, or when there's a pain on the outside, pain is usually a good, like, receptor to let you know, like, there's something bad going on the inside. And I think that's what the 7 of Swords is sort of telling you. It's like maybe there's been some pain in the past, definitely with death. And 7 of Swords, it feels like it's just like constant, like that. Maybe like, I see the eye here, so just like, I just feel like that words that cut. So maybe you've dealt with people that have lied or cut you with their words, deceived you, and that could make you in turn, you know, do it to yourself, or maybe you've done it to yourself. But it's just about your transformation right now is no longer, like, this is, it's, remember, I got one card for these two, because this was the first card. This was just to explain it. This isn't even part of the story. You were transforming that, letting that go, completely deading that shit. Completely deading that shit, because there's a vision that you're probably going towards. Clarify with the lenormand and sec, and then definitely the future. I think it's trusting in yourself. Again, maybe after a while of maybe not trusting yourself, with maybe all this deception, trusting other people, being free. Let's clarify with the lenormand, get some advice too, and get you out of here. It's very interesting. Death is the transformation. It's like I'm trying my best to understand. And again, I'm realizing early on in the game, at least, I'm realizing that I may not have the complete answer, complete control. And I think that might be a thing too. Is like control. Maybe just me. Who knows? But trying to figure that out and see what's up with that. Because 13 is a 4. It's about structure. So maybe the structure of your vision, the structure of your mind has been a little foggy. And now it's like rebirthing. It's been foggy because it's been going through a death process. Because you have to, because sometimes when you realize yourself, other things don't align as they used to, and that takes breaking down and building back up. Okay, what do we have? Clarifying now with the lenormand. What do we have for abundance in the Page of Pentacles? The Rider. So you've had something come into you. It feels like it for sure. The Nine of Cups. Something maybe you've wished for with the abundance. Wow, 1, 2, a 2. Whoa. Sad. The Six of Pentacles. It's an inheritance that's rebalanced you out. It's a message, possibly. A message that came from someone. It began something, and with that, you were able to bounce and move forward through that. It feels with this. Maybe it was lucky. It's interesting too because I'm going from Aries to Taurus, and that's obviously 1 and 2. So something that's maybe stabilized you. 6 here could be, I feel, also choices that you've had to make. And the Rider here, choices you had to make based off of your own happiness, not anyone else's. Again, your values. Your values, no one else's. Oh, dropping shit. Dropping shit? You could be dropping shit. Like dropping other people's values, of course. Because like maybe it isn't like aligned with yours. But with that Rider, it's like something that came, it feels like something that came out of the blue. Came out of the blue, and it really like propelled you forward. In the present with ideation and the Queen of Pentacles. Looking, yeah, you're definitely looking closer at yourself. Look at that. Looking closer in an ideation. It's like looking closer, looking for that solution. And where are you looking for that solution in? Yourself. Yourself. And I say this so, because I wrote something, but I can't look. My phone's being used. But it was basically like, just like, I was talking about how like I spend a lot of time cleaning the ghosts out of other people, and like I like to help and save people all the time or whatever. But it's just like that was never gonna. It was never gonna do it for me. I thought that sometimes I would think that the experience of helping other people would really just like clean it out of me at the same time. It didn't work like that. The Queen of Pentacles can multitask, but not like that. If she has to take care of herself, that is like the main thing. And I think you're only gonna understand that creative solution because it's really not inside anyone else but you. It's a path that's meant for you. And all the elements are right here. All these elements, because sometimes the cards have like, you know, 9 of Cups, whatever. But these have elements, and it's about realizing that these elements, they only come from you. This creative solution only comes from you. That's a heavy weight, of course. That abundance, I mean, it's an inheritance. It's a beautiful power, but again, you know, Spider-Man responsibility and all that shit. It's major, but it's definitely like you have to look closer within yourself to find that solution. That's what you're doing in the present. In the ship. So definitely 10 of Swords, the end of something, in the very beginning of something else with that 3. But you're moving forward. Taking a step back to move forward, because that's 4s and then there's a 3. 4s with the magnifying glass. Taking a step back to move forward. That's what propels you. Taking a step back to yourself. The transformation. What is this about? Because, babe, death. Transformation. I swear if you give me death. Okay, I thought they were going to give me the death card. The Fox. I see the mice again. There's something with animals. Because it's not just animals in this deck, but I keep seeing these two together, the fox and the mice. Well, fox. I think fox would eat mice, maybe, and that would be a death process. But either way, I see the fox and the Knight of Wands and death. So this is a very tough transformation. The fox works a lot, so this could be about work as well. Maybe you're working and transforming at the same time as well. The fox and the anchor. And I remember the Seven of Swords was here too, and the fox and the Seven of Swords have the same vibes. So it definitely feels like you've been deceived. And if not, just be... So maybe you're moving... What is this anchor? Anchor is the door choices. The anchor would be about stability, and I feel that with Taurus. Now, death is Scorpio. Even though it's in water, you know, of course, I feel still with Scorpio. I feel it's still with Taurus because it's about anchoring something down, stabilizing it. And I feel these are opposite energies, of course. These are opposite doors. But this guy makes a plan. You could be making a plan right now that's super transformative. If I were to ask what the magic was about, here's the Queen of Pentacles again. It has to do with yourself and what you want. This is the Nine of Swords, right before the Ten of Swords, right after Ten of Swords. So taking a step back again. This death energy with you guys is so interesting. Feels like you're planning on making a huge choice. You're planning on making a huge choice. Maybe it's about what's most stable for you. Again, and I feel like I'm gonna deal with this a lot, so I'm gonna try to get used to it. But it's like I'm the transformation doesn't show itself as clear, like it doesn't show what's being pulled, but it's sort of giving me the information around the transformation. And especially with death, they just... If I could ask one more, what is this magic about, just to be clear? Okay, so I said that, I'm so sorry, with the anchor, I'm trying not to get like, but it's like, here's the anchor. It feels stabilizing, and then when I asked about magic, I got a home. The home card, there's a 4. So again, stable. You could be... Could be a magic... Why? Because I said magic in the house. Magic house. Magic house. Why can't I think of any magic houses? I think of Monster House now. Sorry. King of Cups, and the 4. I'm just gonna check this real quick. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't want to miss it. Magic is real. It's a spark and the excitement that comes out of nowhere. The act of manifestation or the feeling of creating something from nothing at all. It's all these things and more. This card, you just need to look for it. Okay, so I feel like you guys are, I think you just need to look for it. I feel like you guys are looking for maybe a new living situation, a new place. And I think you might have found what you're looking for, or if not, I think that's just what the transformation is about. It's just about where you're most stable. I'm not entirely sure on what exactly you'll find. The magic's here, so you could be finding a new place. But definitely, what I'm seeing here is like wherever you feel most stable, you're creating that, and that's the hugest thing about this. In the future, with the 9 of Pentacles and the Trust, there's the Mask. There's another 4. And the elements, again, and the Child, there's another 4, and this is the Knight of Swords. You could have some anger, because I feel with the Nine of Swords are a bit of anger, and then the masks I feel maybe like, you know, the masks that people put on, maybe making you feel more like to yourself, because you're not sure what you can trust. But in the future, there's value. There's Venus, and you could have emotions, because you could have some, you could have a care for a child. You could have a care. You could be caring for a child, and that could be really valuable to you. They could be teaching you lessons in trust. There could be a kid who may come to you with some information, or like something, some words of wisdom. You know, kids have words of wisdom and endlessly, and they may come with words of wisdom, I feel. And oh, I'm losing my thought on that. It's just about like listening to what they say and trusting, you know, that it might help you out. But I also feel with trust, you might have a vision, your inner child, the masks. Because of how you've probably grown, I possibly feel like it's just, as a kid, it was probably hard to trust people because of the mask that people wear, you know? And I feel you're now at a level of sovereignty where you understand all these faces that people make, and you understand where it comes from. It's no longer keeping you stuck. It's free. It's more freed up now, because you have trust in yourself, and you understand all aspects of yourself. So there's 2 4s. So I feel stability. I feel like there's an issue with stability, maybe emotional, or not just emotional, but like stability in every sense with these elements. You know, it's just been, even probably as a child, it was probably hard to feel stable with the mask people wore around their emotions, around their thoughts, the mask people wore around their soul. You know, when they tried to pretend to be like a part of your like clan when they really weren't for you, and they weren't really defending your soul the way it should have been. And then what else do we have here? Like Pentacles to a Taurus. Come on. If people wore masks around their resources and pretended that they were all good, or pretended, you know, that they were stable for you, you know. I think now you have been the most stable thing for yourself, and now if there's been any distrust, it's sort of not completely washed away, but it's washing away, because you're learning to trust yourself more, you're learning to value yourself more, and that's giving you the ease to understand, you know, what's safe for you and what's not, you know. I keep saying, you know, like I keep saying, you know, like you're supposed to just know. But let me give you some advice just to see it will be best to get you out on here. Sometimes I don't know if the things I say actually make sense, but let me give you some advice to get you out of here with some clarity. I love that. The swans, and this is sort of about that trust. And it's a 6. You could have new love coming in. I feel that newness with the water, sort of. I also feel mother, father, for some reason, because they're older swans. So I feel like if there has been a mother or father sort of dynamic that has hindered you in the past, it's about, sometimes it's easier to blame, of course, and you can do that when you like need to get those emotions out. But when it comes to the mature thing, it's sometimes sort of like looking closer at those dynamics, at those faces that people have given you, understand why they happened. Understand maybe if you reflect, because this is reflection too, understand if maybe you've reflected that at all. Because like once you realize that you reflected it, sometimes you realize it's only a natural human thing, and like it's it wasn't your parents or anything that probably like that. Because if they're, I feel like a strain with the masks here. So like maybe it wasn't them trying to put faces on to harm you. Maybe it was them putting faces on because they didn't understand. What did I read? Sometimes what people don't like what they don't understand, and they harm what they don't like. So it's like they don't, maybe it's just they didn't understand themselves, they harm themselves, reflected it on you. Something about that where it's just a reflection, and it's about looking closer at that dynamic, looking closer at yourself, seeing how it matches. I realize that sometimes, you know, when I realize what I do that I used to hate as a kid, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing it now too. It's only human. It's only a process that, you know, we can blame people for. At the end of the day, we you know, we're all trying to get through this, and it sucks, and it really does hurt when people don't, when the environment isn't as stable. Maybe it's a little rocky because of just how other people have experienced life. But it's not supposed to be your life. You know, you're gonna make that. You're gonna make that. I'm trying. Something in my eye still, and they're talking about the eye right now. My God, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Not only do we have the 3, 4, and we're talking about these 4s, guys, but it seems like you guys have progressed to another Taurus like Hierophant number 5. I think you guys are reaching yourselves. At least going through with 7 of Cups, at least going through the emotions, learning. But you're learning yourself, and I think it's beautiful. This transformation is gorgeous. I wish you guys the best. Again, if you want, definitely like, share, subscribe, share all over the place, and then hit that a ton of times. Make sure it stays highlighted though. Don't you know, hit it and then hit it again, because that'll unlike it. But you know, you do what you want, and then comment, all that. You can do it, please. I'd love to hear back. Also, personal readings, information down below. If you want one of those, I'd love to. I got a ton of different types of readings, and I can make more. Either ways. You guys are awesome. I pray that you guys, again, get through this pretty well. And thank you so much for being here. Other than that, stay safe. Go have fun on YouTube. It's a beautiful place. And all other than that, because I always forget, so just making sure. No, I should be good. All right. You guys have a good one. Bye.